Welcome back to the Resurrection Podcast. I am Akusio Bavona. Today is December 29th. If you're listening to this on the day it drops, we are currently in the void. It's that strange, quiet, foggy week between Christmas and New Year's Day. The emails have stopped, the family's gone home, the wrapping paper is in the trash, and the house is quiet. And for most men, this week is a dangerous time. Because in the silence, you are forced to think. You look at the calendar, you see January 1st barreling towards you like a freight train, and you feel a pit in your stomach. Why? Because you know you're about to lie to yourself again. Right now, millions of men are sitting at their kitchen tables making a list. You know the list. I'm going to lose 20 pounds. I'm going to stop drinking. I'm going to save 10% of my income. I'm going to be a better husband. I'm going to finally start that business. The world calls these New Year's resolutions. They tell you it's a fresh start. They sell you planners and gym memberships and apps to help you optimize your life. But I'm here to tell you that for a man in crisis, a New Year's resolution is a trap. It's a lie, and it's dangerous. If you're listening to this podcast, you aren't here for fitness tips. You aren't here for life hacks. You are here because something in your life has collapsed. Maybe your marriage ended this year. Maybe your business bled out. Maybe you faced a health scare. Or maybe you just woke up, looked in the mirror, and realized you have no idea who the hell you are anymore. If your foundation is cracked, you don't need a resolution. Resolutions are for men who just need to polish the furniture. You don't need polish. You need a sledgehammer. Today, we're going to talk about why your life is a condemned house, why renovating it is a waste of time, and how to execute a total reconstruction. We are going to break down the 4 laws of reconstruction. These aren't habits. They're laws of physics. And if you violate them in 2026, you will crash just like you did in 2025. Let's get to work. Let me grab some water. So let's define the problem. Most men treat a life crisis like a remodeling project. I want you to picture a house. From the street, it looks fine. Maybe the paint is a little chipped. Maybe the lawn is overgrown. But deep down in the basement, the concrete foundation has a massive crack in it. There's black mold in the walls. The electrical wiring is shot. This is the life of a man in a polycrisis. You look fine at work. You look fine on Instagram. But internally, your structure is failing. The New Year's resolution mindset says, hey, let's put a fresh coat of paint on the living room. Let's buy a new couch. Let's plant some flowers out front. That is renovation. Renovation is an outside-in approach. You try to change the external circumstances, your weight, job title, car, your relationship status, hoping that if the outside looks good, the inside will stop hurting. But this violates the physics of reality. In my coaching, we operate on the 7 hermetic principles. One of the most important is the principle of correspondence. As within, so without. Your external life is just a printout of your internal software. Your bank account is a printout of your discipline. Your relationship is a printout of your emotional stability. Your body is a printout of your self-respect. You can't change the printout by writing on the paper. You have to change the code. If you renovate a condemned house, what happens? It looks great for 2 weeks. January 1st to January 14th. You feel good. You go to the gym every day. You eat the salads. You hold your tongue with your wife. But the mold is still there. The crack in the foundation is getting wider under the weight of the new furniture. And by February, the floor collapses. The February crash. We all know it. You binge drink. You scream at your kids. You skip the gym for 3 days, then 3 weeks. And the shame you feel in February is 10 times heavier than the shame you felt in December because now you have another broken promise to add to the pile. This is why I tell my clients, stop renovating. If you are at rock bottom, you need reconstruction. Reconstruction is violent. Reconstruction admits that the house is condemned. It says this structure is unsafe for human habitation. We aren't going to paint it. We are going to bring in the bulldozers. We are going to tear it down to the studs. We are going to rip out the floorboards. Renovation asks, what do I want to have? Reconstruction asks, who must I become? This is scary. It requires a death. You have to kill the nice guy. You have to kill the performer. You have to kill the victim. But it is the only way to build something that won't fall down the next time a storm hits. I want to talk about why we choose renovation. Why do we keep making these weak resolutions year after year? Because reconstruction hurts. It's easier to buy a gym membership than it is to admit you have no integrity. It's easier to download a budgeting app than it is to admit you are using spending to numb your pain. We choose the easy path because we are trying to avoid the pain of the system failure. But here's the truth. Your crisis, the divorce, the debt, the burnout, it didn't happen by accident. It isn't a bad patch. It's a system failure. Your operating system, the way you view the world, the way you handle stress, the way you seek validation is corrupted. If you take a corrupted operating system into 2026, you will get the exact same results you got in 2025. It's the law of cause and effect. Every cause has its effect. There is no such thing as luck. There is only physics. If you keep the same internal causes or your character flaws, you will keep getting the same external effects, which is your crisis, no matter what resolution you write down on New Year's Eve. So how do we rebuild? How do we actually reconstruct the house? It isn't about motivation. Motivation's a feeling, and feelings are fickle. We build with laws. We build with protocols. I have identified the 4 laws of reconstruction. These are the rules of engagement for the man who is ready to burn the boats. Law number 1, the law of zero. In other words, the law of stabilization. When a building collapses, what is the first thing the fire department does? Do they start hanging drywall? Do they start picking out curtains? No, of course not. They secure the perimeter. They turn off the gas lines. They stop the bleeding. Most of you on January 1st are going to try to build a skyscraper in the middle of an earthquake. Your sleep is a mess. Your finances are a mess. Your schedule is a mess. And you say, I'm going to add a 2-hour workout routine to this chaos. You will fail. The law of zero says you cannot build on a moving foundation. Before you add anything new, you must stabilize the system. This connects directly to the resurrection protocol. Stabilization means 3 things. Stop the bleeding. If you're spending more than you make, stop spending. Cut the credit cards. If you are drinking every night, stop pouring the poison. Don't try to fix the debt yet. Just stop adding to it. Second is quiet the noise. Turn off the news. Get off Instagram. Stop letting the world program your brain. You are bleeding energy every time you scroll. Seal the hole. And number 3 is create a sterile environment. Clean your car. Clean your desk. Clean your kitchen. Chaos in your environment creates chaos in your mind. You need a 0 point, a place of stillness. For the first week of January, I don't want you to crush it. I want you to be boring. I want you to be stable. If you can't sit in a quiet room for 10 minutes without checking your phone, you aren't ready to rebuild your life. Stabilize first, build second. Law number 2, the law of the first brick. This is about evidence. I talk a lot about the self-trust account. Imagine your integrity as a bank account. Every time you make a promise to yourself, I'll work out tomorrow, I'll eat clean, and you break it, you make a withdrawal. Most of you are overdrawn. You're bankrupt. Your credit score with your own soul is 0. You have lied to yourself thousands of times. Excuse me. So when you stand up on New Year's Eve and say, I am going to change my entire life, your brain laughs at you. It knows you're a bad credit risk. It knows you're writing a fraudulent check. Oh, sure, just like last year and just like the year before. You can't write $1 million check from a bankrupt account. The law of the first brick says lay one brick perfectly. You need to make a deposit so small that it is impossible to fail. I call this the unbreakable promise. I don't want you to go to the gym for an hour. I want you to do 10 push-ups. I don't want you to read a book a week. I want you to read 1 page a day. And I can hear you saying, but coach, that's too easy. That won't change anything. Wrong. It changes everything. Because for the first time in 10 years, you said you would do something and you actually did it. You are generating evidence. You are proving to your nervous system that you are a man who keeps his word. The size of the brick doesn't matter. The fact that you laid it does. 1 brick every single day. Don't miss. That is how you get out of debt. Law number 3, the law of isolation. I also call this the dark room. Here's where the renovation guys fail. They announce their renovation to the world. They post it on TikTok. New year, new me, #grindset. I hate myself for just saying that, but that's what came to mind. They tell their friends at the bar. They look for validation. They want people to clap for them before they have done the work. Reconstruction happens in the dark. You can't rebuild a house while you are hosting a dinner party inside of it. You have to kick everyone out. You have to put up the scaffolding. You have to cover the windows. The law of isolation says pull back. Stop seeking validation from the people who knew the old you. The old you is dead. But the new you isn't born yet. You're in the womb. You're in the tomb. Both are dark places. For the first 90 days of this year, I want you to be invisible. Go to work, come home, do your work, lay your brick. Go to sleep, don't talk about it, be about it. Let them think you fell off. Let them think you disappeared. Let the results speak in July. Until then, shut your mouth and swing the hammer. This protects you from the law of polarity. When you announce your plans, you dissipate the energy. You release the pressure valve. Keep the pressure inside. Use it as fuel. And law number 4, the law of compound integrity, or what I also call the wall. There's a famous story, I think this was about Will Smith. His father tore down a brick wall in front of their shop and told Will and his brother to rebuild it. But they were kids. They looked at this massive wall and said, it's impossible. It's too big. But his father said, stop looking at the wall. You don't set out to build a wall. You say, I'm going to lay this brick as perfectly as a brick can be laid. You do that every single day, and soon enough, you have the wall. This is the law of compounding. A life is just a stack of days. A character is just a stack of decisions. The renovation mindset looks at the wall. It looks at the end goal. the six-pack, the $1 million, the happy marriage. And when you don't have it in 3 weeks, you quit. The reconstruction mindset looks at the brick. Did I keep my promise today? Yes. Good. Do it again tomorrow. If you stack enough days of integrity, the wall builds itself. You don't have to worry about the outcome. The outcome is inevitable if the input is consistent. This is cause and effect. If the cause is consistent integrity, the effect must be a reconstructed life. It is physics. So here we are. It's December 29th. The clock is ticking. And you have a choice. You can buy some paint. You can write a resolution. You can pretend for a few weeks. And I promise you, I will see you back here in 6 months, broken, exhausted, and wondering why it didn't work. Or you can grab the sledgehammer. You can commit to the reconstruction. You can commit to the 4 laws. I know this is hard work. I know it's lonely. But I also know that doing this on your own is almost impossible because you can't read the label when you are inside the jar. You need an external set of eyes. You need a blueprint. If you are ready to stop renovating and start rebuilding, I want to talk to you. I'm opening up spots on my calendar for the Resurrection Strategy Call. This isn't a sales call where I pitch you a course. It's a tactical briefing. We will get on the phone, we will look at the foundation of your life, and we will identify where the cracks are. We will map out the first steps of your reconstruction for 2026. I only work with men who are ready to burn the boats. If you're still looking for a shortcut, don't apply. But if you are ready to lay the first brick, go to the link in the show notes, coachcoos.com. Click apply. Stop renovating a condemned house. Burn it down. And let's build something fireproof. I am Acusio Bavona, and I'll see you in the arena.